All right, what's up, everybody?
Welcome back to Countdown 2 podcast.
I'm your co-host, Leighton.
I'm your other co-host, Drew.
We're brothers.
Yes, we're not. Still.
It's 7 a.m. and we're outside in the forest, and we just got done with a little Dawn Patrol mountain bike ride, Boggs Mountain, which
the
is
birthplace
of your riding.
Yeah.
This is our hometown. We're in studio. So yeah, we got the bikes today, and
we've wanted to do this for a while. Shoot outside, shoot on location of a sweet place, and one reason or another it hadn't worked out. I think primarily just because we live in two different states, but I think we wanted to do this in Moab, but it just didn't work out. So it's nice to kind of make this work. We've found some technical issues.
Yep.
But that's going to be normal.
That's how it goes.
And you adapt and switch.
Yeah, which is a good lesson for how we roll with our workout journey, is adapt to situations we don't have control over.
I see what you did there. Nice plug.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So welcome and good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Did you have a good ride this morning?
I had a good ride.
Yeah.
We had some fun. We made a little video, or I'm going to make a little video of it. Put it on Instagram. So, yeah. So today we wanted to talk about an interesting topic
with an interesting names.
Yeah.
We couldn't really. Well, I don't know if disagree is the word, but we couldn't really agree too much on total name.
Goal relapsing. What? Relapsing can work for multiple things.
Oh, nice.
Besides drugs and alcohol.
My thing's still unable to connect the studio.
Dude, will you're still on? Are you not on there anymore? I'm sorry, I'm reading.
Take your time.
Thank you. I can beauty of editing.
Words left to right. Up and down.
Anyways, today is a big topic about relapsing, but not just the big relapse of alcohol or drugs, but just relapsing on your goals, falling away.
Yeah. Backsliding. Which you don't like that word. I don't like relapse. You don't like backsliding. So we just got to find a place in the middle.
You just had to add yours. Come up with an episode, but okay. Anyways. This is gonna make me actually relapse.
Where's the booze?
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I this is a topic we want to talk about, just because, as you know, with our podcast and where we're at, we're not coming from a place of mastery. We're coming from a place of journeying.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is a piece of it. Like, how do you stay motivated? How do you stay? We all know what motivation truly is. How do you stay engaged and keep on going? And when life's not perfect, and I'm speaking from my own experience currently where I'm at, because I'm just kind of burnt out. How do I keep motivated or keep going, stay engaged, not fall back to my old self, laziness? And again, that we have a lot of listeners that have started out later their workout journey like us later on in life, and it's so easy to slip back into the old ways.
Mm-hmm.
What's comfortable, what seems like a good idea at the time, and we're trying to break those barriers. And it's not always, hey, if you see a bear across my back or something, or a mountain lion, no dude, because I want to film it.
Oh, okay.
Get cool. Them mauling.
I will. That's how we go viral. Drew had to die first.
Big D had to
Big D had to die.
Yeah. So no, we wanted to bring up, because like with topics, I heard the other day where a guy was talking about like they're not, they'll when they want to explore a topic, they'll research the heck out of it as if they're teaching it or training it, because that's the best way that they teach themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, totally. That's kind of what we want to do, or what we do.
That's what we do, son.
Oh, yeah, Dad. What?
Daughter.
Mom.
Mom. Yeah. Well, and this was important to me too, because when I mean, you and I would. This is not the first time we tried to get healthy. We've tried in the past independently, and just constantly fail. I'd fall back to the old me, and big part was taking on too many goals that were too big, and then the minute I backslide, relapse from those goals, I just give up completely. Because I didn't have the discipline, I didn't have the habits, the routine. I specifically,
and I would argue you didn't have the community.
I was very isolated. And this was right after high school, right after Mom died. Like, I specifically remember, I was working full time, I was in school full time. I was alone and living in an RV.
Van down by the river.
Yeah, I wish. The river would be nice. And I remember being like, all right, I'm going to read these 3 books, and I'm going to, just all these, too much structure, too much going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember just failing, and the minute, one night I got lazy or wanted to watch this stupid show or something like that, I would fall behind. So yeah, I remember that specifically was the first time I failed at trying to get healthy. So, and then just years of that, and living in Portland where my drinking was the heaviest, and still I was exercising and training some, and we were mountain biking a lot, but I just my heart and my mind wasn't right. And that's what this is all about. We've talked about it before. Some people are exercising in great shape, but they're terrible people, because their mind and their hearts aren't right. You said that, so don't even give me a look.
No, that was the look. Was like, that sounds very wise and mature. So if I said it, I mean,
probably not. That's a good point. That's a good point. But
so where are we going with this?
It's a good question. It's your deal.
No, this is your side.
This is my side.
I had never relapsed. I only backslide.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like it shows up mentally first before it does externally. So it's like, what are the signs that A, you can watch for yourself, and B, you can watch with other people in your community, especially if you know them. I don't know if you have some examples of watching me.
I try not to.
Not to look at me.
Yeah, it's almost
I get it, because then you just start comparing, and you can't compare to me. So.
Yeah, and I mean, some of it's just a slow train wreck. They're very. No, I'm joking. No, I mean, honestly, it is hard to watch people, slip back into their old ways, relapse, from a drug and alcohol perspective, or just, even just to oh wow, you're eating like crap, and I think that I think in a trusted community, it's one where it's not oh yeah, you're eating like crap, you fat hoss, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's more like, wait, I know your goals.
Yeah.
I know your goals, and this is not part of it. How do I lovingly be like, this is not part of it, you fat slob? No, I mean,
piece of
sensitivity training 101.
I'm not as sensitive anymore.
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
Don't call me that.
What? Never mind. No, but no, and I don't mean it like that. I just mean in the sense of yeah, it's just for me. It's knowing each other. You don't need the sensitive. Sometimes I do need the sensitive side. Dude, Drew, I noticed that you're not doing what you were planning to do, and what's going on.
You're right.
While you're just like, what the hell, bro?
Sorry.
Get up off your thing.
Get up off that thing. Sorry.
Stop being sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Sorry for saying
I'm
sorry.
trying to be sensitive to you.
Oh,
I
gosh.
apologize. Just kidding, dude.
Where's that bear?
Where's that
Attack me now. Kill me. But yeah, so bear lost my train of thought. But no, I mean it is yeah, it's a thing where community is a big piece of keeping on track.
Yeah, totally.
I'm in a place right now where like I'm sorry, you were saying how like, you know, can you notice, or do you have any examples of noticing a backslide and stuff like I just, you know, if I get out of my routine, that's the hardest thing for me.
Yeah, totally.
Like right now I've been on the road for 10 days, hanging out here, which is great, exercising a lot with mountain biking and stuff like that with you, which is great, but I'm still out of my routine to where the things I've been training for. I've got next week I'll be in Utah with Mountain Ops, and doing an event with them. I'm like crap. I'm off my routine for that, you know, and I feel it.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy about it. And so so it's tough because it's like I'm identifying like I'm out of routine for 10 days. I'm still getting in one way or another, but it is so tempting to be like, why even try?
Yeah.
Why even go back? I'm a week away from my thing. It's not like I'm gonna get any better, you know. And so I got to fight that, you know. And so it's noticing these little things like that, to help me keep on track. And everybody's different.
Totally.
Everybody lapses different. Everybody falls off the wagon differently.
Yeah.
Some from the back, some from the front. Some get ran over after they fall off. I don't know.
But, a lot of examples.
Yeah, and I'm
a
milking
wagon.
it. I am milking that train. Some of the cows, or the ox that are pulling the wagon stomp on you and poop on your head.
Okay, I'm going to talk now. Well, same with my routine is like with the healing. Like I can't train as I was. And we've been mountain biking, which is great. So I've been just getting excited about like next week. I'm making a full workout plan to where I can jump back in next week. And I'm excited for it. I'm going to be so sore, and I can't wait for that feeling to be back. And I just get such a sense of accomplishment just from being sore. I'm just like, yeah, I'm freaking doing it.
It's a good sore, right?
Oh yeah, it's not pain. Like,
am I still on?
Yeah.
I'm showing that I should reconnect.
Just shut up. It's reconnecting. It's just chill out.
Mine thing says unable to connect to studio.
It does actually say that? Well, then reconnect. There's my brother. You sexy beast.
Welcome to the...
Anyways. Yeah, so excited to get back in my routine next week. But just some of the little things, and noticing yourself is just compromise. Like sometimes it doesn't look like crashing out immediately. It starts with compromise.
It's slow onset, right?
It's compromise.
Yeah.
It's when you start like missing workouts, coming up with excuses, shaming yourself for those missing workouts and excuses.
I'd almost back up even more, where it's like, for me, I guess, where it's like I won't miss a workout, but I'll skip one thing.
Yeah.
It's too tough, or I'm too tired for this, or I don't know, the work bench or the bench is full or something. I'm not gonna wait around for those types of things, to where, and then they kind of build up from there.
Yeah, it piles on.
Yeah.
So it's just important to be able to identify it, how you're feeling. And this is different between eating rest. This is difference between your body being like, hey, bro, like, chill out for a day because you're going to push it and injure yourself, versus, like, you could show up, yeah, you're tired, you're mentally tired, but it's pushing through that and not falling behind.
Right.
We're just here to, make sure you don't ruin your goals. Like, this is the fighting against the 3-month mark, the 2-month mark from your January 1 goals, like.
If think we're 6 months.
pushing through that.
We're at 6 months.
I know that. I'm
Since
talking about
January.
people making January 1st goals.
But we're like 6 months from January.
We're not in real time. I'm getting so mad right now. Anyway, like,
I'm sorry.
it's the worst episode of my life.
Oh, I'm sure we'll have more.
Wow. Worst episode of your life so far.
Yeah, that's right. You just wait, man.
Bart Simpson, Homer Simpson. Worst day of your life so far. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a message from a online friend the other day. It was just like, man, life's hit hard. Like, they were going strong. They were hitting it since January 1. They're hitting it hard, stacking goals and having different events that kept them motivated. And this is new to them. It was him and his wife, or is him and his wife. And I don't know the whole story, but I think the story is just life happens. You know, they've got kids, they've got, you know, responsibilities and all that stuff like that. And it's at those moments that define you, right? I mean, because it's one thing to like work out, stay consistent and stuff like that, but it's when things get tough that define who this new person is.
Totally.
And I mean, like you've said, we've tried to get in shape before. We've tried, you know, working out, you know, and staying consistent, all stuff like that before. And then life happens, and it's so easy to be like, oh, I'm tired. I'm making excuses. And I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm this. I'm that. And you just fall off the wagon. And then, like you said as well, where it's like we beat ourselves up and shame ourselves to where we absolutely do not re-engage.
Yeah.
You know. And I mean, to my friend, I'm just like, bro, like, whatever you're going through, man, just keep plugging away. Maybe it looks different.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe the volume or the, you know, maybe you're taking your foot off the gas a little bit, but adapt, adjust and adapt. That's all we can do is adjust and adapt. Because the alternative is you go back to how you were, and I didn't like who I was.
Not you, but us. We all hate.
I hated you how you were.
I did too.
No, I mean, no. I mean, yes, I did.
For me though.
Yeah, I didn't like, because I know. I mean, people. I hate it when people are like, "You deserve better," or "Because you deserve it." I hate it. It's horrible marketing. But like in a similar way, it's like no, like what?
Is it reconnecting?
No, I'm not in.
Okay, cool.
But in a similar way, it's like, no, like, you weren't meant to be this way.
Yeah.
We weren't meant to be this way. We were meant to work hard, perform, you know, work our bodies, be happy,
be fulfilled.
We don't deserve it necessarily, but we were made to be that way.
Yeah.
And so that's a big difference. And so to my friends, like, just keep grinding, man. Like, it'll look different, but just keep going, because you've been there.
Yeah.
You've been down the road of what got you to this point to change. Don't go back.
Yeah, I like, to your friend, like, because you know, I was going through hell, and I had to adjust my mindset to, like, this is another workout. It's just a really long workout. I'm in the middle of a really hard WOD right now, and so I'm mentally getting stoked for the lessons I'm going to learn from that season.
Yeah.
Of how hard it is, because, like,
it's almost like tricking the brain there a little bit.
Yeah, there's actually a Bible verse, 2 Corinthians 12 something. But
I was almost impressed. I mean, I'm impressed you got the first.
I'm also not going to quote it perfectly, but it's kind of like, I will boast in my weaknesses, because that's where God can show up. I can show up to where I can get stronger. It's like, dude, in this area, I'm going to get stronger. I'm going to get tougher. Yeah. It's like, you know, we don't learn a new movement in working out or CrossFit or mountain biking and be like, oh, I'm not good at it immediately, so I'm going to fail. It's like, no, work at it every day. Some days give it all, some days give it 20%, but work through it.
Yeah.
That's all we can do, or you have to live with yourself being a failure, or be stoked to get through it.
Yeah.
Look at the other end. You're in a season now.
So I could tell my son that, he's 8 years old, and he'll be like, I'm not good at this. And it's like, well, nobody's good at something they just start.
Yeah.
And I think I get down on myself sometimes because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this shouldn't be this hard. I've worked out a ton. Like, this shouldn't be this hard. And it's like, well, of course it's this hard because you're building upon building.
Yeah.
And you've never been here before.
I was about to say, you've never done this before.
Yeah. So it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
But your body will adjust and adapt, and it's a beautiful thing. I mean, like, and I have to think about that. And I think that's another piece for my friend is, like, you have to look at, like, how far you've come and how far your body's adjusted. I mean, I was talking with Eric, the guy we just had on the podcast last week.
Swift Insider.
And I was like, it's just amazing how our bodies adapt. And, like, you do a huge ride or a huge WOD or a huge workout that's beyond you, and you're like, dude, I'm going to feel this. And then the next day it's like, oh, I'm back on the bike.
Yeah.
I'm actually feeling great. Or not as bad as I thought I would. And that's huge progress.
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
So find those little things those wins, those little things that, you can gauge and measure.
Yeah.
And keep you going.
And this is not about making life perfect. And, everybody is happy, everybody is great. This is about when crap hits the fan, you can handle it. So you gotta, it's not selfish to be at the gym and taking care of yourself. It's selfish to use the gym as an escape from how you're actually feeling, or escape from your family and facing your family. That's selfish. But going with
taking care of yourself,
the mindset to take care of yourself so you can take care of your family and take care of the situations that come ahead, that's selfless.
Ooh.
And I also get really annoyed with, like, people, they'll have a bad morning and then I'll set the tone for the rest of the day or the rest of the weekend or something. And it's like, why throw away 90% of the day, your life, because 10% of it is hard. The difficultness of getting in shape, getting mentally prepared is 10% of your life, kind of. Versus the 90 is great. Like,
yeah, well, I mean, I think I've said it here before, where it's just like, you get a flat tire, don't go and pop the other three.
Yeah.
To because you're having a bad day because that one flat tire. No, change the tire and keep going.
Just don't self-sabotage.
Yeah.
It's honestly childish to just, like, oh, this is bad, so I'm gonna throw a tantrum and throw stuff around and be mad.
Wait, throw a tantrum again.
Throw a tantrum, be mad, but and progress isn't this. It's wavy. It's wavy. It's you go down a little bit, and this is the kind of the relapse, and then it's just come back, finding those things about yourself, and community mindset. All these things help you to bounce back from what's your dumb word?
Well, it's not mine. I didn't coin the phrase backsliding.
Oh, backsliding. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been around at least like 20 years.
Just in the last 20 years. In 2005, backsliding was invented. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's nearer to you kids, son.
Yeah.
So how do you personally get back on the wagon?
The drinking wagon?
I quit. Where's that bear?
Go to the store.
Maul me, bear. Maul me.
Maul me.
Don't maul me. Just joking.
How do I get back? I just don't jump back on. No, I'm kidding. It's a good question. Like, honestly, okay. This is something I wanted to get into. Sometimes I give in to the relapse, but the drinking relapse, because I've learned about myself. I don't do it. It's not such an issue now, but man, if I'm spending days fighting drinking, oh my gosh, like, it just wears me out, and like I can't get anything else done.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't necessarily recommend this, but like sometimes I would just like, okay, I'll have some tonight. I'm not sad. It's just old habits coming up. I'll make my favorite meal. I'll watch my favorite show. Have a couple drinks. I'll make it a little party, you know. And then I say, I'm like, all right, back at it. Let's go, you know, back to my goals. I'll give in to my demons 10%.
How many people are you triggering right now? Or like,
I'm just saying what I've done. I'm just speaking truth. I'm speaking not that this is truth in what you should do, but I'm just saying what I've done in my recovery.
No, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just old.
What? What does that even have to do with anything? It's like your go-to crap fest.
You're a crap fest.
Your hair looks good.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I dye it that way. Look sophisticated. No, I get it. I mean, and that's your story and that's your thing.
But to prevent backsliding.
Well, no, what I was gonna say though is like, listeners, I want to make sure that like it's not like we're saying like, hey, it's okay to do this.
I just said it's not okay to do this.
He said it's not okay to do this.
We're gonna get sued?
No. But I want to paint a right picture. Like, I mean, that's your journey. But what I was gonna say is though, you're a night and day difference where you're at mentally, physically, spiritually than you were back in the day when you used alcohol to nurse your wounds.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, I want to our listeners that may have an alcohol, you know, journey or addictions journey, like that's something that Leighton has worked through, and not that he's, you know,
perfect,
healed or,
okay.
You know, whatever the case may be. I don't know. I just, you know, that's the journey he's on.
Yeah.
And maybe you shouldn't be, you know, dipping into alcohol every once in a while, or whatever. It doesn't matter. That's your journey. I don't know. I too often I feel like in our society and the way things are, like, there's these little sound bites that go out that's just like, oh, this guy does this and he's fine. So yeah. I can dip into this, and I just don't want...
Michael Phelps smokes weed. That came to mind. So we should smoke weed. I'm like, Michael Phelps is an Olympic athlete that has more medals than some countries have.
Yeah, or
but
but I mean, you know, talking with somebody else that's struggled through addiction, they have to just like stay away from alcohol like the plague, you know.
Yes.
And that's their journey.
And I'm not telling them what to do.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to our peeps.
Okay.
Because I don't want somebody to listen to our cast and go, you know, and just get the wrong idea. And I mean, that's on them, right?
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm careful with this stuff.
I'm still spending half an hour trying to not
drink.
I am now, yeah. Anyways, so what I would do first to not drink, what I was going to get into before you went on this rant, is
I care for people.
Like a lot of times, because my CrossFit class when we had the gym open was at 7 p.m. and that's about the time, you know, inklings would rise up, and so I get myself to the gym and have fun working out with everybody, and that would just build such a serotonin boost in me of accomplishment. I'm like, oh, I don't need to drink. I can just go home and exercise really helps keep the cravings away,
demons away, all the above,
away,
right?
Whatever. Working through, gosh, our coach, he would always because we'd work out an hour, 2 hours every 5 to 6 days a week, and he'd be like, I'm putting you guys through 2 hours of hell so you can face the rest of the 23 hours of the day, and that meant a lot. You know, to me, it was just like, just put in these couple hours so you can face the rest.
So you know what you can handle, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't wait till you get back into that routine.
Me too. I'm looking at fall.
If you just stop being lazy. Oh yeah. And heal your broken collar, yeah.
Well, that, and also our clothes. I don't want to commit to CrossFit all summer because I want to be mountain biking and
that's true.
doing outdoorsy stuff for exercise, and so the plan is this fall, because we have a CrossFit gym about 45 minutes away now. That's going to be the routine. Is after work, Haley and I and go exercise and get some in and out. Closest in and out.
Oh my
to
god.
us too. Whatever. You love
Speaking
it.
of relapsing,
Gosh. What are you doing?
what's that?
What are you doing? Oh. What's going on?
Keep going.
Well, I want you on the podcast.
I'm in this. I'm in this, baby.
Sweet. Oh my gosh.
I'm listening.
Still going. So proud of you, bro. I definitely always made it a point to where if I gave in for a night, it would be like, okay, that's one day further. You're pushing your end goal out.
Yep. I agree. Sometimes.
It's funny. I remember you could tell when I have a hard time in relapse. I know. Battery.
You have a plug-in?
Yeah, it's right there, fool.
I don't have a cord. I was just burning all this energy working out.
Synergy.
This is what you get for filming outdoors. Unprepared. Find a bear over there?
No, found a beer.
Thank you, son.
Welcome, daughter. That's what I say to Landon all the time. See, we adjust when the plan goes awry.
And we're back. Welcome to Countdown 2 Podcast.
Oh my word. Anyways, what I was saying is,
That was my chair, I promise.
it's funny, like, there were things about me that when I would backslide, you would notice because I'd go quiet.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about that. Or if there's much more to say.
No, I almost said something funny. I don't want to do that though. No, for real. I mean, like, I mean, and that's the beauty of a community, right? It's just like that's the beauty and the curse of community. It's like for a long time, you get used to kind of doing your own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do often. I wouldn't engage, wouldn't get too involved with people, just because I wouldn't fail them. In reality, I was failing myself, but I wouldn't fail them. I'd be like, oh, it doesn't hurt anybody if I just back away or slip away or whatever.
Right.
And I mean, talk about the biggest, dumbest lie to yourself, where it's just like, no, be known. Be known. And see, that's the thing too. Let your goals be known. Like for the longest time, I would not tell anybody my goals because I would fail, and then I'd have shame.
Yep.
And it'd just be the spiral loop. And so then I was like, okay, no, I need to be known. Okay, here's a goal of mine. And like, I mean, I was not wanting to do this podcast because I'm like, who am I? I'm gonna fail, and all this stuff like that. Are you shaking? Are you cold?
I'm cold, dude.
Yeah, me too. Whose dumb idea was this?
My dumbass.
Well, do push-ups, bro. Oh wait, you can't. Squats? I need to do squats.
This thing's bothering me.
Man, you're so old. But it's like, I mean, as soon as I would let myself be known, and Mountain Ops helped me with this, with just their challenges and putting yourself out there online and stuff like that. To put yourself out there, and it's just like, oh, here's accountability. And sometimes it sucks. Sometimes it's like, hey, sorry, I sucked. I just didn't come through. And I'd have people be like, dude, you don't suck, man. It's just, you're grinding.
Yeah.
And so it's been, a mind adjustment to think this way, to even if I fall off the wagon, relapse, backslide, whatever the term may be, no, man, just get back on.
Yeah.
That's
all we can do.
And you'll call me on my stuff. You'll be like, well, yeah, you'll be like, dude.
I feel like the most I call you out on is doing too much. Like you setting too many hefty goals to where I'm like, you need to take a break, or you need to I don't want you to burn out.
I was thinking of Michael Scott, where he's just like in an interview question. I always say like, I'm too. What does he say? Like, do you remember the episode where he's like, I'm just too loved by my employees or something like that, like, anyways, no, you call me out, I think the most on, um, like, I mean, even this morning, I was just like, I'm doing this event next week and I'm just like showing up the weenie man. And you're just like, dude, shut up. You know, whatever the case.
Well, and I'm like, see yourself how we all see you. Like, you're awesome, and like you do it all the time. Where you be like, "Oh, I'm nothing. Why would I want to? Why would someone want to, interview me? I'm not. You're crazy awesome." Pisses me off when you don't see it, or it's not even that you have to say you're awesome, but don't be your worst enemy online.
Right. I mean, we self-sabotage so much, right?
I don't,
And that's, well, I self-sabotage you for you. I mean, that's just old woundings, right? I mean, that's from birth almost.
That's what I want you to work through.
And I mean, whether it be something that's passed down through our family members or whatnot, or father, whatever, it's just, and I think that's the key thing too. Like you were saying earlier, like identifying what trips you up.
Yeah.
and and that's a big one. It's like family. What was modeled to. I try so much to model with my son, like, hey, you can do whatever you put your mind to.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
No, it's good.
I love watching you freeze over there. Like both of us start.
So hardcore. Freaking 4th of July last year was 107 degrees. Yeah, you can. Well, I'm glad it's not 107.
The funny thing is, it's probably only like 65. And
Well, it's still drinking cold Celsius here, and I just
I didn't layer up. I was gonna bring my hoodie, but I didn't.
What's that?
I was gonna bring my hoodie, but I forgot. Anyways,
have mine.
Oh yeah, there you are. Trap that heat.
Anyway, what do we do? So what do we have set up to where we don't fall behind? Like, boring routine. We have a routine that, I guess, just finding your routine of what keeps you on the good habits.
I definitely. Well, one thing with this trip that I forgot to do, which is bad on me, is I forgot my pre-workout. What?
It's funny.
You're funny.
Thank you.
And it's one of those things where, like, and why I mentioned that is not necessarily for the boost, but like it's a routine. Like I'll have my pre-workout and then I'm like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's times where, and when I'm in my normal routine, I'll start drinking my pre-workout, which kicks in like 20 minutes or whatever. But like just even the taste, I'm like, all right, let's go. It's go time.
Yeah.
Like and I start.
It's like good.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think I think for the most part, what we just need to have those things in place.
Yeah.
We know ourselves. Like, I mean, there's times where I'm just like, oh, I don't want to work out. And so I'll specifically set on my workout clothes to where I throw them on first thing in the morning. My shoes are ready to run or whatever the case may be, to where and take as many excuses or reasons away that you possibly can so that you can just get into that mode.
Yeah. Yeah, see my routine to start out the day for success outside of just exercise is making a good, awesome breakfast. Like setting the tone for getting energy, getting protein.
So those hostess donuts I had this morning.
That is not me, son.
Man, I beat victory this morning.
I make eggs with.
You made eggs at 4 a.m. this morning?
No, I didn't. I'm going dieting. I'm talking about like to where I go to the gym. Gosh, damn. Brothers, are we married?
Whoa. E.
All right. Accountability.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge one. But also with accountability is being vulnerable. You were speaking about that earlier about sharing your goals, sharing your weaknesses, sharing so other people can see. I mean, I feel like if you're around people enough, they'll know your weaknesses.
Yeah.
I guess you can say.
On that note, though, I would argue like make sure you find safe people.
Yeah.
To do this with. I mean, don't just go air everything out because there are a lot of poisonous people out there that are either jealous, just a-holes, whatever the case may be. And like, I mean, don't share anything with them. But yeah, just find good trusted people. I mean, it's obvious, right? But yeah,
Didn't mean to say it like.
yeah,
That's not what I meant at all. I'm like, yeah. Like, I mean, it's like. It's kind of like, like I was thinking in my head, I'm like, dating toxic people, just being around terrible people. I'm like, some people just fall into that. But yeah, there are good people out there.
Yeah.
Like I found good people. I've been with a lot of.
Thank you.
You were right here in my life when life was terrible. Just kidding. Anyways,
But yeah, find out
it's
safe
very important, and they're out there.
and to put your goals out there. And honestly, like the thing about it is maybe it's a backslide, maybe it's a relapse, but you're a lot farther than you were before. So you're not relapsing back to what is going on? You're not relapsing back to like, where you first started. You're backsliding to, where you were hoping to be a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And so like keep these forefront to be able to continue on. Have your pity party, but just jump back at it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I think the biggest thing that we do is like, oh, I backslid. It's not worth it.
Totally.
But I have people in my life who's just like, bro, you are way farther along than you've ever been. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Backslides happen. It sucks. It's a bitch. But just keep going.
Yeah.
Get back on the wagon. Get back at it. Get back at you. Call your buddies and be like, bro, I need help getting back on it. And dude, anybody that's truly worth their weight in gold and being a buddy and accountability and community with you is going to be like, all right, man, let's go.
Yeah. It's so
You're
funny
not good.
because there was a point in time where I wanted to, like, my mind tricked me into backsliding, like wanting to, like, because you or other people will be like, oh man, if you have an inkling drink, like call me. I'm like, but I want to drink. I don't want to be talked out of it. And and that's when all right, tomorrow I'll do it again. Go to sleep, do it again, fight, good fight, and also just calling yourself out. I think is good too. Speaking truth to the lies that your brain or your laziness, habits are telling you. It's just like, just keep fighting through. It sucks. It's really hard to fight through, but it's so worth it.
Yep.
Like it is. It's. I'll never go back. Never want to go back.
And every fight makes you stronger to where the next fight is easier. Oh my gosh, are you seeing that Beyonce song?
It's not Beyonce, but I don't know who it is. Beyonce. Kelly Clarkson, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, dear Lord, I quit.
You hate strong women? Wow. I'm just kidding. I'll edit that out. Probably.
No, you won't.
You'll probably not.
Beardo. Yeah, never mind.
Well, and also just getting the negative out of you, like breath work, journaling, praying. Like we talked about negative influences staying in your body. It's just like, just get it out, and that's part of working out. It's like you're like when you burn fat, you breathe it out. Like it's stuff that's in you. Get it out.
Yeah, and like I think that's where my friend is too, where it's just like, okay, you've worked out all this other stuff, the mental, spiritual, whatever the case may be, relational comes to the table because we're holistic. Well, you've gained a lot of traction working out. Use those same principles, use that as momentum to work on those other things. It's hard. It's a different hard, yet the the way to get there is almost the same, where it's just like consistency, consistency, consistency. You know,
Yeah.
be known, work on this stuff,
Yeah.
continue on, get back on the wagon when it fall off.
And like that we talked about, because, again, so many people want to go upwards on the chart.
Yeah.
And that backside going down a little bit, it's okay to feel weak. It's okay to go through the hard stuff. You're fighting through it, but you need to jump back. It's not okay to stay there. To keep going down or stay flat. We're riding a wave upwards and make the wave fun.
Yeah.
Ride it out. It'd be boring otherwise. Who wants to be like, oh, change the life, okay, good. Now what? It's just like total frat in this. Like, it is so. The harder it is to get through the journey, the more fulfilling it is. And I actually use this example. I don't know if big surprise. I have never had a baby myself.
What?
As a man.
Oh.
And
Who knew?
and a friend of mine was having a struggle. Like, she was praying for her first pregnancy to have a pain-free pregnancy, and it was not pain-free.
Yeah.
And she was having a hard time with that. I was just like, I because it was so hard to get a child into this world, you have a deeper connection with it. So, like, because you fought tooth and nail to get there, and as you fight for yourself to get through the pain and the struggle, oh, it's so rewarding. If you're at the end of a race and you're like the only one running the race, or like you're way ahead, you're just trotting along, you're like, okay, it's like cool, you won the race. But if you're like neck and neck with someone to the finish line, running as hard as you can, and you fought as hard as you can, and you're struggling and everything hurts, and you won that race, oh, it feels way more amazing. So be excited for the struggle. Trick your mind, switch your mindset to be ready for what's to face, because then when life happens against you and your family, you can just be excited to get through it. It's all just a mindset.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Mind blowing.
yeah. I mean, when we're
Hard
now
how simple it is.
when we're mountain biking, it's like always like, oh my gosh, this climb is brutal. But the downhill is gonna
Yeah.
be fabulous.
And then as we climb more, we get better at it, and it becomes more rewarding.
Yeah, I mean, like the climb this morning was just, I mean, it was a little bit of a grind, but it was great.
Yeah, we were waking up, getting things moving, and when old me used to not, a couple years ago, me sucked at climbing.
Hell, I would have walked to that, sure.
Walked out of breath, but yeah, so just keep grinding.
Well, and it's one of those things too. What would you tell your old self? You in the past.
It's worth it. Change faster. You're worth it. Thanks, bro. You're worth it. Shucks. But cool. I think that's about it for today. I gotta pee.
My bladder says that's it for today. That's right.
No, it was good being out here with you. Happy 4th of July.
Blow things up.
Blow things up. Not your hands.
Keep rolling.
Or your life. No relapsing.
Oh, I thought you meant just don't blow yourself up.
I do.
Literally. So, waterfalls, rain coming down, rivers gushing, splash.
So anyway, yeah, we got some more reviews coming, and we got more episodes coming to you guys. We're working on a couple giveaways, and yeah, I'm excited for this. I hope this episode turns out with the technical difficulties and the wind. But
It's not too windy.
yeah.
But no, I mean, and like in closing, we care for this process.
Yeah.
We care for this journey. We care for the people that genuinely want to do this. We care for, I mean, that's why we are doing this podcast. We want people to come alongside and let's do it together. I mean, that's how I know of this friend that reached out. And it's just one of those things where it's just like, yeah, let's, we genuinely want to see people succeed.
Yeah.
And when we fail, because we will, you and I, others, we got each other to lift each other up to get back going again.
We don't stay in failure.
Not a what?
We don't stay in failure. We raise each other up.
I've stayed in failure way too long. I'm fighting those demons constantly, and I don't want to be there anymore. I don't want my son to see that.
Well, and we're not there anymore, so we don't want you guys there. We don't want our kids there anymore. Sure, there in the first place, but
How far can we go? That's always something I'm like challenging myself. Like, how far can I go?
oh yeah, we're not done.
You know, like, and it's exciting.
Okay.
It's so exciting. So exciting.
All right, I agree.
Love you.
Love you guys.
I think I saw a restroom.
Yeah, that tree.
I just pointed at all the trees around. So.
Leave.